are with another Classic WoW Live Community Spotlight. We got with us here today
Cleavis from Onslaught.
And what server do you play on?
Scarum, US Horde.
That's kind of a basic question because I actually play with Cleavis, with both members of Onslaught, which is a premier North American raiding guild.
Transcends platitudes.
Transcends platitudes. World third overall and first board, I think, to kill Ragnaros.
Right, yeah.
Right? And how long have you been playing Warcraft for?
Wow, since basically the end of vanilla. More on than off, but off than on.
Yeah. So you're not like a TBC baby or rat baby, as they say. You played originally vanilla?
Yep, yeah. Can't say I was in, like the beta rank 14 like some people like to make up, but I started around patch 1.9 or so. BWL was the content at the time. Server was working on the war effort. I did, yeah. No, that's when I hit 60.
Oh, nice.
I guess I probably started a little earlier than that.
You were in it for.
I remember the war effort very, very specifically because working on like those roast raptor and like fishing the yellow spotted tail, working on some of that stuff.
Did it make you feel really part of the?
Well, you know what? At the time, because that's when I was leveling up.
Yeah.
At the time, I actually did. Right. Like nowadays, we focus. Like you and I, like we focus on endgame pretty exclusively. But the war effort's huge for.
And that's the thing is, I never like for me, the war effort has always been just a huge kind of pain in the butt, right? Because you just end up having to farm a whole bunch of stuff. But as like lower level people leveling up, it actually gives you some sort of involvement in the game.
Yeah.
Which is kind of interesting.
Absolutely.
So. You play a warrior.
I do.
Right?
Warrior tank.
Warrior tank, and you are part of this new meta, as Asmongold would say, which is actually something that's very old for you, which is the dual wheel tanking.
Right. So we, sort of the history of Onslaught is that we played on a private server back in 2014. I wasn't in the original iteration of the guild. The guild had been doing pretty well when I joined, and this was something that Onslaught continues to do. Is we're constantly looking for like gems, from other guilds. Essentially, we don't poach, but if there's someone looking for something new, something better, and they're being restrained by their current guild sort of thing, that's something that we welcome. And that was me essentially. I was looking for something else at the time, and found Onslaught. The meta was starting to shift at that point. We were at a point where DPS was just constantly playing aggro, and kind of needed something more. So the specific meta at that time was a lot of sort of just either taking off your shield or
like no offhand at all.
Yeah, or just not wearing plate so that you could take or no offhand at all so that you just take more damage.
Right.
And even certain buffs, like I think at the time they weren't running with like the armor buff and some of these things, so you just take more damage, get more rage, and then convert that back into threat. So it was sort of a fluid situation at the time. But we sort of rolled that into what is now basically Fury tanking, as people in the meta know. It's a lot of dual wield tanking. Now in Classic, I mostly main tank with daggers, with 2 daggers, and Age Pro leather gloves really make it work.
Right, and that's the weapon skill is so important.
Right, yeah, it gives you a +5 dagger skill. Dagger skill in Classic, absolutely massive against level 63 mobs.
Yeah.
Absolutely massive.
And is it kind of like a double dip because the daggers tend to have faster speeds, or do you end up wanting to have like a slower speed weapon still?
So that's sort of part of the conversation right now. If there was good accessibility to weapon skill with other weapons, and there can be through Edge Master Cannon cards, for example, or through weapon skill, so the humans have mace and sword, orcs have axes. I think that I would be happier with a bit of a slower weapon. Like we can look through the uptime that you get on Flurry and Enrage just isn't the same with a faster weapon, that they tend to fall pretty quick. So,
and I guess as far as that goes, there's a lot of things in Classic that people are still figuring out in theory crafting because, having worked on the private servers and things like that, you figured out that meta, worked on that. Classic is different in a lot of ways, right?
It's been a learning curve. It's been actually really interesting to see, a game that's 15 years old, and that is both kind of the meme of it all, like, oh hey, you're playing a 15-year-old game, but we really are still learning really still are learning new things, and we're sort of developing the meta still.
Yeah.
And figuring those things out. So it's been really enjoyable.
It is. What has been your favorite moment so far in Classic?
In Classic so far, yeah, I mean that week one kill is definitely a strong moment. We've had a few other moments, whether it's like massive PvP in Blackrock Mountain,
Right.
or we had like layer day, something that sticks in my head. I don't know if it was a positive or a negative experience, but where they collapsed all servers down to one layer, and we had thousands of people in Orgrimmar waiting for the head buff to go out.
It was almost like Nost-esque screenshots of that day, because there's just so many people. Yeah, we dropped the head buff, and it took minutes for it to actually go off.
Right, yeah. We like lagged the NPCs on the server.
Yeah,
Right? It's just amazing. Yeah.
It was pretty crazy. So, besides that, is there anywhere people can find you? Do any content, or is there anything you wanna shout
about
out?
twice a year during Blizzcon I'll tweet out Cleavis_Bis, or on Twitch Cleavis_Bis. Not always active on there, but you guys can find me on Discord or on there. Just drop me a line. I'm
And
usually pretty easy to get a hold of.
if someone in Scarum needs a Lionheart crafted, do you want one they can talk to?
Oh man, no, I hate everything about that. We do have a couple of crafters now, but
Dextrose.
they're definitely not me. Yeah, if you have any issues with Onslaught, or if you need a Lionheart helm crafted, definitely message Dextrose.
He's the guy.
He's the guy.
All right, well, thanks a lot for doing this interview, and I guess we'll see you around.
Thanks very much.
They have these